All right, we are live. I am just going to take that out. What the hell is this? Real quick, guys. Share this live out. Share this live out for the next 5 people. Share this live out with 5 people and comment done when you're done. All right, let me know if you guys can see this real quick. I just did a quick Google Doc. I'm gonna give it like a few minutes. People show up. I know it takes a while to have give it a second here. Make sure you share this live out. Make sure you share this live out, guys. Share this live out. I'm trying to get into the habit of doing this every Sunday. Just a quick Q&A. Hop on for like 30 minutes or so. Just to answer some questions. I'm really trying to get to 50,000 subscribers by the end of this year. 50,000 subscribers. I'm at 6,800. So I need about 40,000. But share this live out real quick. Share this live out. Share this live out. Let me go in here real quick. Give me 1 second. Where's this link to this live? Where is this link to this live? Let me see. If you guys are not in my free group, link is in the chat. Link is in the description. Let's just do this. All right, so you guys can see the screen. All right, so what time is it? 9:05. All right, that should be enough time. All right, so I'm just going to talk about a couple frameworks, some definitions, go over what you guys should be doing or what you shouldn't be doing. Just going to briefly talk about these things. A lot of this stuff, it's already on my channel. So you guys, if you're watching the replay, just put replay in the comments. That way I know you watched the replay. And if you're not in my free group, link is in the description. All right, so Eddie could see my comment. I mean my screen. So that's good. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. All right, so again, we're gonna talk about business funding frameworks. Now there's a lot of fancy terminology and there's a lot of terms and fancy names that a lot of people on the internet, myself included, have created or deemed or coined. And I'm just gonna kind of quickly break it down so you guys can understand it. So you hear a lot of like credit card stacking, round of funding, bureau stacking, and really all that means is you're just going for a set of applications. you're stacking credit cards, right? If you're doing credit card stacking, you're stacking credit cards. Say you want you want only banks that pull Experian. So you would do all the banks, you would do 3 to 5 applications for that particular bank that all pull Experian. So bureau stacking, credit card stacking, all it's all the same shit. Right? I'm trying to simplify this so you guys don't get confused. Um, so oh, again, if you guys are not in my free group, make sure you join. The link is in the description. We got 322 members. But anyway, so basically, that's all that means. You're doing a set of applications, credit card applications for a particular bureau, and you're stacking your credit card stacking. So you're doing all of them at the same time or in a short window of time. And ultimately, all that is just a round of funding, right? You went for a set of applications, and you got one round of funding, okay? And then I just made this up, bank tier stacking, right? So if you guys don't know, there's 3 tiers of banks. There's national, right? National, regional, spelling's terrible, regional, and local, okay? National, regional, local. National, Chase, Wells Fargo, Bank of America. Regional, only in certain regions. Citizens Bank, Key Bank. Local are local to your community, okay? So that's, you know, these are just fancy terms, but basically there's 3 tiers of banks: national, regional, local. Okay, you can get round of funding from each tier. You can go national, you get the Chases, you get the Bank of Americas, and then you go regional, you can get the key banks, the citizen banks, or the banks that are in certain regions, the truest. Then you go to local, and then you go for round of funding for the banks that are in your local region. And if you guys have any questions, make sure that you guys put it in the chat. Sunday with Toby getting the mind right. Shout out to my guy David, man. He's real good dude there. Make sure you follow his YouTube channel. He got a YouTube channel. Um, so and then now funding. This is what a lot of people get confused or don't understand the concept. Basically, like again, I'm just gonna simplify it so you guys really don't get confused. Funding 99% of the time is just business credit cards. Okay. Business credit cards. If your LLC is older than 2 years or more, you can get business lines of credit, which is actually straight cash in the bank. That's the difference, right? A business credit card, you have to get creative to liquidate. A business line of credit is cash in the bank. Now there's more advanced stuff like small term loans, SBA loans, equipment financing, et cetera, right? That's like more advanced, but most of the time, most people are getting funding, right? Funding through business credit cards. But let me put like SBA loans, term loans, etc. Okay. All right. Bureau stacking credit card is stacking. I explained this. So bureau credit card stack around the funding. It's all the same stuff. It's just you're doing a set of applications to get. Again, if you guys have any questions, drop it in the chat. Um, you're just doing for a set of applications, right? And then there's different tiers of banks. Each tier you can go for a round of funding, all right? National, regional, local. And then this term, I call myself, again, these are just fancy terms, but I can explain what they mean. It's just a marketing gimmick. And I'm speaking from experience because I do it. So I'm not knocking the guys. I'm just saying LLC stacking is basically, and no one, this is a term I coined. So if you hear anybody say it, you know where they got it from. I just made that up. So I know nobody said this before. Basically is you get an LLC, okay? You get funded for the LLC. Let's just say 50K, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 applications. You use the funds to get another LLC, okay? Rinse and repeat, okay? Let me know if you guys have any questions. All right. So you get an LLC, you get funded, use the funds to get another LLC. Then you use the funds from that LLC that you got funded to get another LLC. And part of the strategic reason. So it's all depending on your strategy, what your short-term and long-term goals are. It's not necessary. This is not right for everybody. You got to have a exit strategy for it. So, but this is stuff that I've used in the past, right? And then you wait. And the reason you wait is now, although the underwriting guidelines have changed, what you could do is let it season for 2 years. But even it's still a benefit because even if you're getting business credit cards, a 2-year LLC will likely get more funding than a 3-month LLC. Would banks fund my LLC if I already got two personal loans, one student, one bank? Yes. Okay. So that's I mean, as a general consensus, yes, right? But there's a lot more factors that go into that. Is your debt to income too high? You might have your utilization on your credit cards, but generally speaking, yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter if your personal loans, if you have a personal loan, um, and a student loan, right? As long as you have great personal credit and a good thick profile, you can get funding. Hope that answers your question, Roger. And keep putting the questions in the comments. That way I can, answer those questions, put them up on the screen. Make sure you share this live out. Make sure you share this live out with 5 people. Make sure you share this live out. I'm trying to get into the habit of doing this every Sunday. Um, you know, that way I can provide value. I'm trying to get to 50,000 subs, and I need you guys' help to get there. But in order for you guys to help me, you guys need to show up. You guys need to share this live out, right? That way more people watch it. All right, where was I? Yeah, that was a good question. But yeah, you could get it. I got personal loans when I got funding. So again, it doesn't necessarily. But if you have too many personal loans, they can see that. They can see you have high DTI, so they might deny you for that. But yeah, and I'm not feeling too well. But again, I just decided to get on this live. All right, so back to this LLC stacking. You get an LLC, use 50K. I mean, let's just say you get 50K, right? You use the funds to get an LLC, then you rinse and repeat, and then you wait because you let that LLC season. Because anything over 2 years, you're eligible for business lines of credit. Now, again, I talk about it in my YouTube channel. Underwriting are starting to tighten up. Banks are starting to tighten up. They're not doing so many no doc business lines of credit anymore like they used to, and it's because a lot of people burned that bridge, and now they're starting to tighten up because everybody was preaching no docs, and now they're starting to ask for docs. Cool City opened last week. The student 9 years ago. Yeah, yeah. Again, I mean, FICO a score doesn't necessarily a score is overrated in a sense that you can have it like it's all about profile. It's not so much about score. I think I want to let me just reiterate that it's not so much about score because this credit score can be manipulated and overinflated. So it's not so much the score, it's much more the profile. General rule 5 primary accounts preferred, 10 or more primary accounts. Um, Revolving lines of credit, installment loans, mortgages, a mix of accounts, high limits on the personal credit cards. So these are just general rule stuff. Again, it's not so much credit. It's not so much score. It's more so credit profile, how it looks, how thick it is, how seasoned it is, things like that. All right, let me get back to this. All right, yeah. So again, the foundation, personal credit. This is the most important piece of it all. Okay. Most important piece of it all. It's not so much the score, it's more so the profile. Right. Again, five primary accounts, 10 preferred. Through the 3 credit cards, revolving. This is just a general rule. Every situation is different, but um Asking because BHC denied me a personal loan. They saw for TransUnion. I was like, wow. Well, they supposed to give you the denial reason. So maybe it was like again, maybe it was DTI or something triggered a denial, and they're supposed to give you the reason for the denial. So I would look at that first. There's a soft pool like what's it called? SoFi. They have what's another one? Soft pool. They have Best Egg is a soft pool. SoFi, Best Egg. I think Happy Mondays are soft pool as well. So you could do that. I mean, a soft pull pre-qualification also doesn't guarantee an approval. Okay. It just means you're way more likelier to get approved if you are pre-approved, but they're still going to do a hard pull, FYI, right? If you move forward with that. Um, so just keep that in mind, right? A pre-qualification doesn't necessarily mean true that. I'm gonna dig in the mail. Yeah, definitely look at that because they're required to provide um required to provide the denial reason. Okay. True. Nuva does B-locks with no UCC filings. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure. So you gotta double check with them. You gotta ask them if they do a UCC filing. If they do, what's the threshold? Where they don't. So that's another gem right there. Ask them what's the threshold that they do loan up to with no UCC filing. Now, some banks like Chase, they do UCC filings no matter what the amount is, which kind of sucks. So you could add them to the last of your sequence if you're trying to do a sequence of like B-locks, because of the UCC filing stuff. All right. So yeah, so this is just general stuff. I'm not gonna too deep into this. I just wanted to give you guys an idea. And then LLC compliance. So now here's where a lot of people get tripped up. Okay. This is where 99% of the people get tripped up. What I found. So um this all LLC compliance all depends on your strategy. Short term, long term. Short term, long term. What do I mean? Okay. Everybody tells you get a business phone number, right? Everybody tells you get a business email. Everybody tells you get a business address, right? Put yes in the chat if everybody tells you to get that. Put yes in the chat if everybody tells you to get a business phone number, business email, et cetera, et cetera. Put yes in the chat. If all the gurus tell you get business phone number, business email, all that. Everybody tells you that. Now here's what I'm gonna tell you. Here is what I'm gonna tell you. There is a little bit of delay. All right, so everybody's saying yes. All right, so do you need this? Yes or no? And I have gotten funding without it. I have gotten funding without it. So here's why I say no. You don't need it. Okay? Because Chase doesn't ask for it. American Express doesn't care about it. Bank of America doesn't care about it. Okay? These are the national banks. They don't care if you have a website. They don't. They don't. They don't care if you have a professional email. They don't. Amex doesn't care if you have a professional email or business phone number or a business website. They don't. Why? Because 99% of the time, those are automatic approvals. Okay. Now, if you're just looking to get funding, so this is what a lot of people don't talk about. You can get you can get funding with these three banks right here. You don't need a business phone number. You don't need a business website. You don't need a business email. You don't need any of that. Okay. Why? How do I know? Because I did it. Now, here's where you do need it. Regional banks, local banks, they definitely ask for that. They definitely verify that. Okay. They 100% they verify that. So again, it all depends on your goals, short term, long term. Do I recommend you still get it? Another one, Navy Federal doesn't care if you have a business website. They don't care. They don't. I got funding with them, and I didn't have that properly set up. They don't. So all those little things don't matter for like big banks like Chase, American Express, Bank of America. Now they do matter for regional banks, local banks, because they will Google you. They will verify certain things to see if it's like if you have a legitimate business address, they will Google that, and you can get denied with that. So that's why I say yes or no. So it all depends. If you just looking to get some quick funding and you don't really care about getting a whole bunch of funding, then you could just stick with these three banks and you don't need to get the rest. And you could do it as a sole prop. A lot of people don't know that either. Okay. So this is more business address, business phone number is more like if you have if you're thinking long term and you're trying to get funding from regional and local banks, aside from the major three, Chase, American Express, Bank of America, right? So so that is really what you need that for. It comes in handy down the road if you're looking to get funding from like regional and local banks. They do verify that stuff. Um, so that's why I say yes or no. It all depends, right? So if you're sure if your goals are, hey, I just want to get Chase business credit cards, American Express business credit cards, and I'm good, then you don't necessarily need to have all this extra stuff. Now, it is recommended again because if you're thinking long term and your business is grown, I mean, you can always get it later down the road too. But if you're looking to get more funding, you would have to go to the next tier, which is regional banks, local banks, etc. And that's when it does matter. So just so FYI, so it all depends on your goals. How long will the full process take to get funding? Because I think it was just trying to sell to you. So again, it all. So, let me just clear up some stuff. Funding is just business credit cards. If you have a LLC that's 2 years or more, then that's real funding, really, because you're getting cash in the bank. That's real funding, right? But business credit cards, that's light work. That's not really funding, in my opinion. But to answer your question, how long would it take the process to get funding? Well, I mean, you could get a depends, right? If you want to do applications online, it could take you 7 to 10 days to get the cards in the mail, or a few days. So to answer your questions, you can get funding same day, right? Because if you're applying for business credit cards, and you get instant approval online, then you got funded that day, right? So that's so I, yeah, because I think Google's are just trying to sell. Yes, funding you get like that. If you get business credit cards, you get like that. If you do it online, you get business credit cards online, instant approval. You got funded. Now there's more advanced stuff with sequencing, with applying to certain banks that only pull this bureau because this bureau is not as good. And there's things that you want to do to get higher approval odds. So you have to season the account with like Chase or something like that. There's advanced tips to get more funding. Um, you can do that. There's more strategy if you're looking to get higher amounts. You have to have like there is certain strategy that you can do. I never knew that you can use your business income as your own income. What do you mean, Harlow? Yeah. So again, I have this right here, funding plan, and this is where you have your funding plan. Meaning, okay, which banks pull from what bureau, which banks, right? These are a little more like nuances and a little bit strategic stuff. Which banks are new account sensitive, inquire sensitive, right? Which bank is more relationship based? Even most of them are like that now, right? So these are little things that you can do to get higher approval odds. right? You can be more strategic and surgical, and you can turn, instead of a 6K or a 7K approval, you get 25K or 20K or 15K, right? All those little differences do add up. So it kind of all, again, it all depends on your goals and the amount you're looking to get. Which bank is more relationship based? Um, which bank should I go for first? In which order? Et cetera, right? These are things that you can, um, are it, but what is it? Our income has changed by tenfold. Then can I send them my business taxes for proof? 100%. I mean, yeah. If you have paperwork, um, if you have paperwork, that's better, because then you can always prove that you say you make this amount or this is the income that you have in your household. Then they'll more likely to get you approved, because now they're asking for that a lot. Is your course still available? I never had a course. I have an ebook. Uh, Here it is right here. I have an ebook. Go ahead and get that ebook. I had a mentorship. I have a mentorship. It is closed right now. And like I said in that video, yesterday's price is not today's price. Let me say that again. Yesterday's price is not today's price. It's actually all hold. I'm gonna reopen it back in the summer, but I promise you, it is not gonna be the price. I told everybody to jump on it. They didn't want to listen. So price has gone up exponentially. But I appreciate you. But yeah, there's the where is it? There's the ebook, $27. It's all the same framework. You just get more advanced stuff. Where was I? Funding plan. Yeah. So which banks they pull from? Which banks are new account sensitive, inquiry sensitive? Which banks are relationship based? Which bank, etc. So it all comes down to how surgical, how strategic you want to be, how much you're looking to get. Um, you know, how long you want to wait. If you want to get it fast, you might not be able to get as much. If you're patient, you could get you could get large amounts in the front end and then wait a few months and do another round. So that's where you can get a little strategic. If you want to I don't feel too good. If you want to be a little bit more strategic, you can do that. Um, Keep asking questions in the chat. You guys, who's not in my free group, go ahead and put it in the chat so I could drop that link. If you guys are not part of my free group, I do live classes there too. I bring on some guests. I just been out of it last couple weeks. Damn allergies. So make sure, if you're not in my free group, make sure to join my free group. Let me put it in the chat actually. This is my free group. Actually, can you guys see my screen? Let me see. Can you guys see this screen right here or no? Can you? Let me see. Let me put this right here. Hold on. Add to stage. What's this? Stop screen. Present. Hold on. Share screen. Okay, here it is. All right. This is what you get. Can you guys see that? Put yes in the chat. Put yes in the chat. All right. So you guys could see that. All right. So this is the classroom section. We have 322 members. um, we go over some hacks, and then mainly all the stuff is in the classroom section. So you would start here. You can promote my ebook, and you can make some easy money with that. Then personal credit, you got some hacks here. I go over some data points, maybe pledge loan hacks. I can't share it all. Here's some sequences. You know, people charge 10K for this stuff, just a FYI. I'm not even joking. People charge 10K for this stuff. So, but that's another story for another day. Then we got real estate classes here. Um, how to buy a house even if you're broke. Use business credit for real estate. Some mastermind calls we did on real estate, multifamily investing, how to flip houses. Uh, this is something else I'm coming out with. This is we did a call with a friend of mine. He did this amazing call on Shopify, how he makes $40,000 a month on Shopify, broke it down. Um, People asked a ton of questions. He basically gave the game away for free. Like he showed sites where he gets the mock-ups, who does a print on demand, some crazy game in that call. But this is just a free call right here. This is not the actual call, but this call is free. Build a Shopify store, 2-hour master class on that. How to get business funding with bad credit. This is for people who actually have a business generating revenue. So this is bank statement funding. So they'll look for 3 months of bank statements. But if you have bad credit, 650 FICO. This is for like real estate stuff, but they do business lines of credit as well. Personal loan options. Pretty dope community. We just crossed 300 members. Pretty active. Actually, let me see. Somebody got 80K in Chase. Where is it? 80K Chase. Hey, I appreciate you, man. Wow. Wow, that's my first super sticker, Harlow Rope. Wow. I really appreciate you, bro. Are you in my free group? Are you in my free group? Let me know in the comments if you're in my free group, bro. I'll personally reach out to you. That's crazy. First super chat. Does your personal credit have to be good for your course? So again, I don't have a course. I have a mentorship. Does it have to be good? Yes and no, right? I mean, if you have no, I'm not trying to come at anybody, but if you have a 550, it's gonna be tough for me to get you funding, right? And my mentorship includes Chase rep that I have. I got somebody 80K, I got somebody else 75K. Right. This is through a business relationship manager. So if you have a bad score, it's gonna be hard to get you funding, right? That's for the mentorship. Again, the mentorship is not open. I don't have a course for sale. Just giving you a heads up. Um, what else? All right, I'm gonna reach out to you, bro. I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. I don't know who. Definitely gonna reach out to you. I really, that's crazy. Um, yeah. So again, I don't have a course. It's just a mentorship, and that's closed at the moment. But back to the group. So this guy got 80K, and that's not the guy I was talking about. There's people actively. This is another thing. um, got a lot of people active in here. So this is a free group where we talk about business funding, real estate, e-commerce. Because if you're in real estate, you're gonna need money for your deals. If you're in e-commerce, you're gonna need money for your e-commerce. If you just need help with your business funding, we talk about that. We answer questions. I try to answer all the questions I can. Sometimes, I just don't have the time, but other members contribute, so that's pretty cool. So we do have an active account, and then I'm trying to find the other one where a guy got 80K. I mean 100K with Chase. He literally said, "I just follow what you said." Where is it? I'm trying to find it. Trying to find it. I think his name was Gabe. Where is it? And then I give like this person right here. I mean, I went like I gave him like a whole blueprint. All right, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It says, thanks, Toby. I'll check that out. By the way, I took your advice. I went to Chase, opened a business checking account, deposit 5K. The relationship managers, I'm approved for 100K at 0% interest. Oof, 100K at 0% interest. What would you guys do with 100K at 0% interest? This is from my free information. He literally said, I took your advice, went to Chase, I did this, I did that, and I got 100K, 0% interest. That's crazy. If you guys are not in that free group, make sure you join my free group. People are charging monthly. People are charging $97 a month for the stuff I give away for free. Let me get out of here because I know that one. Yeah, and then we got, let me take his name out. And I'm dropping some other stuff. It's just sometimes I get busy with my restaurant that it's hard for me to be as active as I want to be. Oh, I gotta get this guy out of here. Who in here is in real estate, e-commerce, or what kind of business you guys are in? What was his credit score? I don't know. I'm sure it was probably over 750 or 740. But what relationship managers do, again, they don't necessarily guarantee. I want to be very clear. They don't guarantee approvals, right? What they do though is they help with either getting it reconsidered if you're denied and getting it reconsidered for a higher amount. That's really what they do. Okay. Because they actually hand or speak to the underwriter directly, like, hey, Glorix Reacts, this person he only got 30K. Can we get him up to 50K? Look at his profile. He doesn't have any collections, no late payments. He has X amount on this credit card. He's been with Chase for X amount of time. Can we give him reconsider and get him 50K? That's essentially what they do. They try to want to get into real estate. Yeah, I got you. Give me let me get out of here so I can put it in the chat. There we go. All right. Currently have virtual anytime address, but it's a CRM. Should I put my registered agent's address on the business if they're cool with it? Registered agent is just my house, but it's not good. It's not good. Currently have a virtual. I had a anytime. What's it called? Anytime mailbox address, and it wasn't a CMRA, and I got funding with that. You could put your registered agent's address. That's essentially what a lot of people are doing now. They're just putting the registered agent's address. Because technically a registered agent is supposed to be forwarding you all the business documents to your business that are sent for your business. I put it in the description. Do you have any connects with Navy Federal? I do not. In my opinion, I got a Navy Federal business credit card. For business credit cards, they're trash. For business products, Navy Federal is trash. Why do I say? I actually made a video about it. But the reason Navy Federal is trash with business credit products is because, number one, they have low limits. So just so you know, this is another gem that a lot of people don't know. Every bank has a threshold or credit limit exposure as to how much they can lend out for particular products. Navy Federal for the business is only $35,000. Anything after that, you have to provide documentation. I got $25,000 on one card for the Visa and $10,000 on the MasterCard. Anything after that, I had to provide docs. Trash. That's number one. Low limits. Number two, they don't offer 0% interest. Number three, their rewards are trash. 1 point dollar spend, 1 point per dollar spend. That's trash. Right? That's trash because I can go to Chase, get the ultimate reward points, get reward points, and a 0% interest, and I could get 50K, and I could get 60, 75K, and I can reallocate limits, and it's a soft pull for the credit line increases, right? Hope that answers your question. I kind of went a little ham on that. For free advice. If you held hand. What do you mean, David? Held the ROI, the real estate? Not sure what you mean. Maybe I missed it. Let me get out of this screen. Let me get out of this. But anyway, you guys should definitely check out this group. Wow, it's already 9:43. I'm definitely gonna be reaching out to thank you, Toby. Appreciate you. Gonna be reaching out to Harlow for the $20 super sticker, man. That's crazy. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Definitely gonna be reaching out to you. Any last questions before I hop out? Any last questions before I hop off? Can you be a registered agent? I believe so. Yes, I'm actually pretty sure you can. Yeah, you can because when I get an LLC, let's actually just find out. When you create an LLC, no, let me get out of here because then it asks you, do you want to register agent? And you can put no. So you can be technically your own registered agent. When is the next time I'm going live? I'm going next Sunday. I'm hopefully trying to do it every Sunday at 9 p.m. Every Sunday at 9 p.m. Every Sunday at 9 p.m. Still one inquiry for two inquiries. It's two inquiries, but you can get approved for two in a 30-day window. You can't apply for more than three in a 30-day window. You'll get denied, but it'll still be a hard pull. It's not going to be a soft pull for your second business card. If I got 100K for free, well, technically it's not free. Let me go back to the thing. 100K for free advice. What would happen if you held for 100K? If you got 100K free, if that's what you're asking, if I got 100K free, what advice? Or 100K for free advice? 100K. I mean, I would invest into a high income skill. Probably 10, 15K. Is that real estate right now? It's not cash flowing, or buy a business because it cash flows. Real estate's not really cash flowing because of the high interest rate. So it would be something like a business. Put that as a down payment. I don't. That's just me, but all right. So let me just make sure I got everybody. Yes, you can delete both. Now they usually depend on the region, but they'll usually pull Experian. Oh, I see what you're saying, Rad. Rad. I see what you're saying, David. Um, yeah, you could delete both. Now, sometimes they'll pull two bureaus, depending on the region. For me, they pulled Experian and Equifax, but you can get the Experian wipe really easy. But some people they pull TransUnion and Experian, so it all depends on the region. All right, I'm about to hop off. Really want to I'm trying to get on here every Sunday night at 9 p.m. Every Sunday night, we stop sharing this. Every Sunday night at 9 p.m. I'm trying to get to 50,000 subscribers. Trying to do some lives. I got 100 videos coming out. Um, got 100 videos scheduled. They're gonna be dropping every other Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I got 100 videos coming out. Make sure you guys are checking out my video. All right, you guys have a good day. All right, guys. Peace. If you're watching the replay, put replay in the comments. That's my time. My name's Toby Rosario. Peace.